Welcome back, guys, to Noia Plays TCG. Today we will be doing a deck profile of the Devas.
See, I've been thinking a million things I want to say.
So, with the new EX05 coming out, or already is out, I'm really excited, and I know you guys are really excited to get into some of these decks, and one of my favorite decks that I've tested already is the Deva deck. This deck is definitely an interesting archetype based on level 5s and 6s and 7s using the 4 sovereigns and Fang Longmon as the level 7 mega monster. So starting off with the eggs, just to fill the eggs up, we've got Mother D Reaper. The reason why is because it's a white card, so you can use almost any color with that. Continuing on to Baihumon and his lackeys. So Baihumon has Sindoramon, Katuramon, and Makuramon. What's cool about all the Devas is that they all have this on-play, draw one, then you may play one Deva trait Digimon card without the same name as the cards in your battle area or trash from your hand to an empty space in your breeding area without paying the cost. So you got to make sure to watch out for your trash and your battle area to play other Devas in the breeding area. So starting off with Sindoramon, he is a decoy for Deva or 4 sovereigns. And his inherited is opponent's turn. While this Digimon has 4 sovereigns or God Beast trait, it gains blocker. On to our next one, Katoromon, blocker, same main effect, same inheritable. We've got Makuramon. His secondary main effect is opponent's turn. All of your opponent's tamers with play cost of 2 or less can't suspend. Decently useful. You can bump this up for any other cards, but I haven't really run into situations like this yet, so it's alright. Inheritable is the same, and then Baihumon Ace. 3 costs to digivolve onto a Deva. Opponent's turn, once per turn, when your security is checked, if that card is a Digimon card with the Deva trait, play it without battling and without paying the cost. So, if you have this thing out, and every time a Deva comes out, he's going to be playing it. At least once per turn, I mean. On deletion, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. Moving on to Azulongmon. Azulongmon has Mahiramon, Majiramon, and Antilamon. Some of you may be wondering why I didn't play the blue Antilamon. The reason is, yes, it is good, but this yellow and green Deva Antilamon is also really good with its alliance ability. When you play this card by an effect to the breeding area and then promote him, you can use alliance to automatically gain 2 easy checks, and then end of attack, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, recover 1 deck, which not all the time you get to, but it's a really nice card and you'll want 2 of all the time. We move on to Majiramon. Your turn, once per turn, when you use an option card with a cost of 1 or more, gain 1 memory. And then it's when attacking, once per turn, if this Digimon has the 4 sovereigns or God Beast trait, gain 1 memory. Your turn, from Mahiramon, when one of your Digimon is played, trash the top Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon. When attacking, once per turn, essentially the same inheritable as Mahiramon. Azulongmon Ace. On play, when digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the hand, then unsuspend one of your Digimon with the Deva 4 Great Dragons or 4 Sovereigns trait. So what's cool is that you can also involve this in the 4 Great Dragons. It's on deletion effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. So Baihumon was with the highest play cost, and Azulongmon is with the highest level. moving on to Ebenwumon. He's got Vajramon, Vikaralamon, and Kumbahiramon. Sorry if I butchered those names. Starting with Vajramon, your turn, once per turn. When you use an option card with a cost of 1 or more, gain 1 memory. So we get more memory gain, and then it's inheritable. While this Digimon has 4 Sovereigns or God Beast trait, it gains Piercing, which is really cool, especially for some of our other aces that we've got. And I guess Ebenwumon is pretty good with that too. Your turn, Vikaralamon. Once per turn, when one of your Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, unsuspend this Digimon. And the inheritable is the same thing. Kumbahiramon, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, draw 1. So that's pretty cool. Might wanna, you'll wanna keep this at 2, obviously. Not so much necessity for this one, but obviously if you guys want to, you can change that if you want. And then the same inheritable for all 3 of them, Piercing. And then Ebenwumon Ace. On play, when digivolving, for each of your Digimon with Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then during your opponent's next unsuspend phase, all of their Digimon can't unsuspend. On deletion, delete one of your opponent's suspended Digimon. So what you can do is, if you've got, and I've done this before, I think I've had like 3 or 4 different Devas out on field, and it also accounts for the Sovereigns. And so if you got 5 cards out, you can suspend 5 cards on your opponent's field, which is really cool. And then they don't unsuspend next round, next turn. So that's a goated effect right there. Zuchaomon, he has Indiramon, Sondiramon, and Pajiramon. Starting off with Indiramon, you'll want this because it's on deletion, draw 1, inheritable, your turn. While this Digimon has 4 Sovereigns or God Beast trait, it gains security +1. That is a necessary card you'll need at 2. Over here we got Sondiramon. On deletion, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. And then the same inheritable as Indiramon. And then Pajiramon. On deletion, if your opponent has a tamer, gain 1 memory. So literally when it dies, when this one dies, it gains a memory and the same inheritable. When this one dies, this one gains a memory. When this one dies, it draws, and this one, it pops a 5k or less. Alright, and then we have Zuchaomon Ace. When digivolving, when attacking, once per turn, by deleting one Digimon with the Deva trait or 6000 DP or less, this Digimon gains security +1 for the turn. On deletion, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. So you'll probably want to combine this with some of your other red Devas when you want to delete a Deva, but most likely you'll want to delete your opponent's 6k DP, especially when attacking, to gain that extra security. And also Zuchaomon can be played in the Phoenix deck. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future deck profiles, including that one. Finally, we come down to Fanglongmon, our secret rare. Digivolves onto level 6 with 4 Sovereign traits for a cost of 4, and then on play or when attacking, by returning up to 4 cards with the Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait from your trash to the bottom of the deck. For each one, all your opponent's Digimon get minus 4000 DP for the turn. When attacking, for each of your Digimon with the 4 Sovereign trait, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. All turns, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. This is an epic card, guys. So what's cool is that it is not affected by any of your opponent's Digimon's effects. Basically can't be blocked. It can't be moved, really. Alright, going on to the Tamers. This is an interesting thing I did here. I had to make some room over here because Louis I wanted to include Louie in here from the new O2 set. So we've got, first we'll start off with Analog Youth. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card among them to your hand, trash the remaining cards. So the reason why we play this is to search and then trash any Devas or any 4 Sovereigns. That way we can pull off the effect for Fanglongmon's option card. And then all turns when one of your level 5 or higher Digimon with Digivolution cards is deleted, you may suspend this tamer. If you do, gain 1 memory, then hatch a Digi-Egg card in an empty space in your breeding area. So this is optional, this all turns effect. Normally I wouldn't do it just because it hatches a Digi-Egg, which we really don't want. But if you do, then that's fine. Moving on, we got Louie on play. You may move one of your level 3 or higher Digimon from the breeding area to the battle area. So whenever you have a level 5 out there and you play this, it counts when one of your Digimon moves from the breeding area to the battle area by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. So every time you play a Deva in the breeding area, he gains a memory every turn, and we've got 2 of these. Might want to find some more room. It was really hard to find some room for him because there are just too many good Deva effects, but I'm sure you guys can find ways to do it. Moving on to the option cards, we've got Loyalty Deeper Than the Sea. While you have a Digimon with the Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait, you may ignore this card's color requirements. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Place 1 card with Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait among them as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your Digimon, or add it to the hand. Return the rest to the top or the bottom of the deck. And then its security is activate this card's main, which is a really useful card, 1 cost, and which actually goes well with our Majiramon. So that's pretty cool. And then going down to Holy Beast Great Cardinal Possessions. While you have a Digimon with the Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait, you may ignore this card's color requirements. When this card would be used, reduce the cost by 1 for each Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait card with a different name in your trash. Main, you may play 1 Digimon card with Fanglongmon in its name from your hand without paying the cost. And then security, return 1 card with Fanglongmon in its name from your trash to the hand, then add this card to the hand. So this is one of our most expensive option cards, but really epic. And this whole deck is expensive. Like, most of the time you're gonna want to go second. What I highly recommend is playing these 2 first, especially if you're gonna go first, and then afterwards going on with however it is. You choose how you play. Always play this by effect. So you play a card out and then play this into the breeding area. Keep this at 2 no matter what. Very necessary card. Keep these at 4. And it's just a crazy card. Can't wait to get this IRL. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next deck profile. Peace out.
No, it's never